Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Prescott on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Here you go, 46. Here you go. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had the bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wentz to throw. Going long here for Wallace. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Oh, he's got Jay Ajayi's gonna go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He ain't going nowhere. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Good. 26. Here we go, 47. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Rolling to his right. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
46.
Prescott now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Swing number 10, right. To the right. 46.
On second down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a first and goal just inside the 5. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Prescott on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here. Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven. Wallace. Now it's Ajayi. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They run with Ajayi. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Good job. Too easy, too easy. Great.
Wentz now to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
46 down, man. 5-4. Sunday.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On play action, Wentz. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. If that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
26.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
You go 46. Move. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now he steps away. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
You go 46. go 46. Gun. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Awesome.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Second down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And the Eagles have recovered. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 79 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gun. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Go, get out there. 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Past the 20. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hang in there now. Hey, 4 Tokyo. 81.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Wentz now on first down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Here's Ajayi. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Great.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Good. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46, 26, 26.
To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
26.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends his drive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, try to give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go, get out there.
Prescott escaping the pressure right. It's caught right side, it turns. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go, 46. 26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7th. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Here we go, 46. Gun. Switch, 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And they got the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st down, Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Back now in Arlington.
Run. Get 81. Black, come on.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd and 5. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll run with Elliott. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's brought in by Jeffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Wentz. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. This is Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
He's going to get it running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And out now come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Prescott now on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here you go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a 1st down and more. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Shorty.
They run again with Ajayi. Breaks a tackle. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Completes it to Ajayi. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Lefty, lefty.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.